it to the AA. We gonna say Alabama's Arby's. Ooh, we got a good manager. A manager to mess around and throw some hot, they call it some hot grease on a customer. Here we go.
It's a drive-through experience one woman will never forget.
Never.
Instead of leaving Arby's with her meal, she left in an ambulance with second-degree burns after the manager, 50-year-old Shay Peoples, threw hot grease on her.
Shout out to Shay. Look at Shay. Auntie Fifth out here with the low cut on them. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Auntie. Like she still get a little rough on that meat. I'm just go ahead.
We just know that it was an argument of some sort that just got out of hand.
It's out of hand.
And I would say,
what she do? Watch it. She was talking. Here you go.
for lack of a better word, she just snapped. All we know is that she got to a point, she went back and got grease and came out and poured it on our victim.
Police won't release the name of the victim, but say she's in her early 30s, suffering from second-degree burns on a large portion of her body.
This grease was very hot. I'm sure it was very painful. I can't think of anything that could be said that warrants this kind of punishment.
I can. She was talking. I know. See, he can't think of anything that will warrant her getting some grease from back there, but walking it back up to the window and dousing her ass. I'm going to tell you, she was talking. Her mouth got her ass greased up, and this is something I will continue to tell y'all. I know. It was probably petty. Maybe she was even talking nice. But it wasn't petty to the person who threw that grease on her. This is what people failing to understand out here in these streets. Your mouth makes things happen. Here we go.
Arby's fired the manager and released a statement reading in part, the actions of the former employee in Hueytown, Alabama were reprehensible. It goes on to say, our heart goes out to the guests and we are working to help support their recovery.
Well, damn it, when she get free food for a year or so? You know what I'm saying? Say we are temporarily closed. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Unless you want some grease thrown on you or something like that. But shout out to Rashika for the $10 cash out. Say a little something for the offering plate. I appreciate that right there. You say, yeah. Old girl just snapped.
Some customers say they understand the frustration of overworked employees, but say there's no excuse for violence.
There is an excuse for violence. We got to stop telling that lie. There is an excuse for you getting greased on your, being slapped in your face, for getting punched in your mouth. There's always a reason. But we've been taught that there's never a reason to do this. That's bullshit stuff. We grown around here. We teens and 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s. How many times we gonna let people tell us that right there without checking them and telling you and tell them there's always a reason? What the hell is we talking about? Shout out to Tasija. I think that's how you want to pronounce it, for the $2 cash out. Say Auntie street name is Jawbone. I hear that. I'm trying to tell you, Jawbone. Go ahead.
I did have a sense that a lot of people were cursing at them. They put a sign up on there that says, that they're short-staffed due to COVID or whatever.
See, a lot of people had them been cursing at them. You have to think about it. You have to think. So this was the only customer who got grease thrown on him, when he said that there's a lot of people who be cussing at them people in the drive-thru.
So I think that people need to kind of keep that in mind. But it also, comes with the territory. You know what I mean? You got to keep your cool whenever you're at work.
Yeah. That's what he's supposed to say. Shout out to Paul for the $10 cash out. Say the DMV love ya. Appreciate that right there. God damn it, they done cut us.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel.
Thank you. But that's what they say. How much time we got? All right, bam. Hold on. Cause there's another video that go with this right here. Don't even worry about it. I am ready to go. Hold up. Bam. Shut up. Don't say it yet. I just paused you, little crazy ass little boy. Look. We have the attorney Shout that baby out for having an attorney because she's finna come out this thing as a millionaire. That's really what finna transpire. But we gotta listen to words, and this is a attorney at law.
The short of it is that there was a really a tragic incident, and that's frankly shocked us by what happened. And what we know, and we're still gathering information, is that our client was basically attacked in the drive-thru at Arby's. Appears to be completely unprovoked.
He seems to be completely unprovoked. Listen to the words.
That there was nothing that was said or done.
We know good as hell what he said, that there was nothing said and done, I guess, to provoke the incident, and we all know that that's a lie. But go ahead.
By our client to in any way cause anything like this to happen. Not that there is anything that could cause it or excuse
There
it.
is something that can cause this. Like I said, your mouth.
But nonetheless, there was nothing at all that provoked this situation.
Did you hear that? He said it was nothing. She did nothing. The police officer said that we think that she just snapped. People don't just snap for no reason. That's common sense, but
So why did she get grease poured on her?
damn. I tried to tell you that somebody. Listen, the person who was talking to the attorney is listening. What do you mean that she did nothing? So why in the hell did the grease get thrown on her then? See, somebody else was thinking it had to be a reason, whether it's petty or not. There had to be a reason.
Well, it's my understanding is that that's simply that she lost, that this employee. Well, frankly, we don't. I guess to answer your question and as to why she got grease thrown on her, we don't really know yet.
Thank you. That's a better answer. That's a better answer than to paint the picture of she did nothing. I understand that you was the attorney. I don't believe you, pimp.
So we're still gathering those facts. And so
Thank you. Continue to gather the shit before you open up your goddamn mouth out here. If you wanted to continue to be a good attorney, know what the hell you're talking about before you say the person did nothing. We don't believe that. Shout out to Fourier for the $5 cash out. Say, where's his sisters and cousins at?
I understand exactly what happened and why this Arby's employee did this. And this is, again, it's not a low-level worker. This is a manager of a store.
So if you're not a manager, you is a low-level worker. But go ahead.
That did this. This is not a situation where the manager had to come and deal with a situation or an argument or something. The manager was the entire cause of all of this. And so
the manager did not cause this by herself. Let's don't do that. I'm trying to tell you, words were exchanged. And I'm pretty sure that they have videotape. We're going to need the release of the videotape to see what transpired. I promise you the person in the car said some fly shit. I promise you.
We don't know whether, as the police described it, this employee just snapped or what. But we're still learning those things and learning why Arby's allowed this to happen.
So now you want to blame Arby's. This ain't Arby's fault, but Arby's going to have to pay.
Your client saying the conversation was leading up to the grease being poured on her.
Sure, and we're still learning all of the facts of the case. And so
No, player. She asked you what did your client say was the reason. Hold up. Let me back it up a smidgen.
What is your client saying the conversation was leading up to the grease being poured on her?
Sure, and we're still learning all of the facts of the case.
That ain't what she asked you, player, but you was an attorney. Go ahead.
So, but my understanding of this is that this arose out of simply an order for milkshakes that was made at the window, and that the manager refused to fill the order.
Look at it. No. Watch. See, I should have went. should have got my damn degree. Listen, he said ain't nothing transpired, right? She ain't did shit. But now he say that it was over a milkshake or some shit that was supposed to be made, and the manager didn't make it. What? How y'all think that conversation went after a manager refused to make something that a customer asked for? Shout out to Esther for the $3 cash out. Say if she did nothing, then Megan didn't fuck Troy. Oh, hey, oh. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for saying, we ain't had no hunching relationship. But go ahead. Listen to it again, y'all.
Was made.
Wait.
My understanding of this is that this arose out of simply an order for milkshakes.
Order for milkshake
that was made at the window, and that the manager refused to fill the order.
The manager refused to fulfill the order. If you in a drive-thru and you ask for a specific item and the person refused to serve you that item unless they don't have it, but if they got it but they refuse you the item, how do you think that conversation goes when you sitting in your car and it's hot as hell outside and you trying to spend your goddamn money? Do you think nothing's being said? Oh, okay, well, if you don't want to make it, you don't have to make it. Thank you. Hey, now I should have got my degree. Let's go.
Out the window, and that manager said some impolite things.
The manager said some impolite things. So listen, watch, keep listening, because it get better. So you saying when she said impolite things, the manager, your client didn't say nothing, right? Okay.
The manager called my client a name.
Your manager called your client a name. She's the dog of your sister. What name do you think that she possibly could have called your client?
That no one wants to be called, and
that no one wants to be called. So typically, it's a hoe or a B. Typically, hoe or a B. Shout out to Andrina for the $3 cash out. Say he wasn't ready for this assignment. I'm trying to tell you, because he didn't know that a player like Willie Williams was going to watch him and really listen to the words that he was using out here in these streets. Go ahead.
As well as her daughters that were in the vehicle.
So he said that the manager called her and her daughters names. And you telling me your client said nothing. Hold on. Back him up, Smidget. Listen.
I called my client a name, something that no one wants to be called, and as well as her daughters that were in the vehicle, that were 11 and 4, and my client simply asked whether the employee would appreciate her being called that.
Your client simply, hey, boy, we play too much, simply said, after getting called all them foul names, that how would you like it if you was called that? That's it.
And that is when the employee allegedly went back and got the.
So after she say, how would you feel, or how would you like to be called what you just called me? And the manager turned around and went and got grease.
Grease and threw it on her. And so it was not, there was no name calling or no escalation or threats or anything made by my client.
Your client made no threats, comments, or nothing before she went and got that grease.
Simply just her trying to explain and asking why the employee felt that it was proper to call my client a name.
So that's the reason why she threw the grease, because she wanted to know, like, why is you calling me these names? That's what's up. That's his story. Your client ain't do shit. Listen, I wonder, can they hire people who is not, who didn't pass the bar? Amen. Because if y'all hiring people who didn't pass the bar, I need a check too. Shit, I'm trying to tell you something. I will work for you. I promise you I will. Because a lot of these issues be real simple, but they make them harder than really what they is. So, man, just remember, watch your back. Listen, if you was in the line and you arguing and shit and somebody walk off, keep your car and drive. Listen, keep your car and drive with your foot on the brake. Let me say it again. Keep your car and drive with your foot on the brake. Now, listen, because they just taught us that if somebody walk away from the window, they got time to get some grease. Or they got time to get something that can really damage you. So you got to watch 23-6 on your 9 at all times. Be careful. But see, whether him as an attorney is on point or not, she's still going to get a check. Oh, she going to get a check. The manager was fired. And I'm pretty sure that is on tape. So she going to get a check. I say 30 million. 77 million. Listen, all she got to do is say, my skin done fell off. I can't get no meat. Bitch, that's 150 million. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? The stress and the doctor's appointment and all this stuff right there. So yeah. So listen, if you want to get a check, you can sit there when somebody walk away and possibly go get some grease, throw it on you. But I don't know. Listen, we got to go out and get into the main event. Moving right along.